Hello, my name's Linda. I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today I'm making two cards. I'm making two cards hopefully at the same time, but I'm using two different stamp sets. I'm using the Good Morning Magnolia and the Sailing Home. The Good Morning Magnolia is going to be with Highland Heather. Sailing Home is Bermuda Bay. So these are my card bases. They're both 5x7. And I've also got two of the stitched nesting dies, the largest one cut out there. I've got some scrap watercolour paper, and then I have 4 pieces of Whisper White, and these are all just under 5, just under 7. And I'm going to start by doing some stamping. So this card's going to be exactly the same but with different stamp sets, so they're going to look different when they're finished. So I'm going to start with the Good Morning Magnolia. I've got the large Magnolia stamp here and my Whisper White. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I've got something to protect my table here. So I've inked my my Magnolia up, and I want to stamp so some of it's on the paper and some of it is not on the paper. So I'm just stamping in that corner. I'm bringing in the small Magnolia as well. Ink that up, and I'm just filling in some of the gaps here. So I finished this one, so that is just random, actually, just random stamping all over. I'm going to put that to one side, bring in my other piece, and this time I'm going to be using my small sailing boat, compass and the anchor. So they're both of my backgrounds here. I'm going to put these to one side. In my scraps of watercolour paper, and I've got the small Magnolia and the large sailing boat, and I'm using the StazOn ink for this. I'm just inking that up, holding it for a little while. There we go. And then the Magnolia, I want 3 of these. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of watercolouring. So I've pushed my mount into Gorgeous Grape, Pear Pizzazz, and this one I'm putting into Highland Heather. And if you remember, my base is Highland Heather as well. And I just got one of these little water barrel paint brushes, and I'm just going over my petals just with plain water. And then I put in my Highland Heather, just dipping it in my colour and covering my petals. And I'm bringing in my Gorgeous Grape. I'm just going to leave my petals to dry before I do my leaves. I'm going to bring my boat in. I'm using Bermuda Bay, which I put onto my mount. I'm going to do my boat at the bottom of my boat. And now I'm just putting a little bit of basic grey, just a teeny tiny bit onto my sails. I'm just bringing in my magnolias again, and I'm just going in with the Pear-Pizzazz. So while I'm waiting for my watercolour to dry, I've got 2 pieces of Whisper White here, both just under 5x7. This is going to go on the inside of our card. So my watercolour's dry now, and both of these stamp sets have dies, coordinating dies, so I'm just going to pop over to my Big Shot and I'm going to die cut both of these out. So I've die cut all of my magnolias and my little sailing boat there, or my large sailing boat. I've also cut using the dies from the Sailing Home bundle, a lovely lipstick ship's wheel and a Coastal Cabana seaweed. So I'm actually going to start putting the cards together now. I'm just going to stick these onto the card bases. So this is my Bermuda Bay. I'm putting this one onto my Highland Heather. So this is how they look so far. So I've actually changed my mind. I'm not going to pop these up. I'm going to pop the magnolias up. So I've just put glue on the back of this. Try and get that in the middle. And the same with my other one. I've just put little dots of Tombow onto my seaweed. I'm going to stick that down flat. I'm also going to put my ship's wheel on with just a little Tombow. Popped my sailing boat up on dimensionals. And I'm putting that there. I'm sticking 2 of my magnolias down with glue. So then the one I think I did the best job of watercolouring on is the one that I'm going to pop up with some dimensionals. And then I'm just bringing in some of these little metallic pearls. At the edge there. Okay, and then with this one I'm using the adhesive backed sequins, just for a little bit of decoration. And then one of these, I don't know what these are called actually. But I really like them. I'll put the name in my product list. So now all we need to do to finish these is to put our insides in. Here's our 2 insides and the outsides. And so now I finished. So 2 different stamp sets, and they've made the cards completely different even though it's exactly the same design. Well, so if you go to the description below, you'll see a list of products I've used, and you'll also be able to link to my blog post, and on there you'll find out about my card classes. So thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.